Good morning. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year, I guess. Good to see everyone here. We have a comic drop today, Spider-Man 2099, number 35, which was in 1995, was the release, not 1992, like it says in the article. That's, of course, when the first comic came out. Anyways, let's say hi to everyone in the chat real quick, and then we will get going here. I do have the poll, so if you want to vote, get your votes in so we know who's going for this or who is not. Bob Sales, good to see you, man. Big A, always good to see you. Of course, Alejandro, good to see you too. VeVe-Zilla, thank you for dropping by. Appreciate it. Good to see you. Graz, definitely good to have you. Thank you for dropping by. And we've got Tucson in the house, who's always very happy to be here. Jay, good to see you. And Mustus Bustus, good to see you too. Good to see everyone here. Tucson saying, is VeVe dead? No, I think it's just slow. And we asked, or at least I asked for them to do less drops. This is what it feels like, right? It's a little, the week feels a little empty, but I think actually it's the right move. We'll see if that continues through the year. But yeah, I don't think like VeVe-Zilla says, and it looks like everyone else, definitely still alive. It's a little bit slower, yes, but I'm not too worried. I know I've seen all the Steamboat Willie stuff, how now anyone can release Steamboat Willie on OpenSea, and those are worth more than our Steamboat Willie. I mean, that's the way it is right now. We haven't had a consolidation of the space, and we're not going to have it for a while. So people are going to decide in the end if being able to move it around matters, decentralization or centralization like we have on VeVe. So I'm still excited, and we'll see where things go from there. Hopefully everyone had a good New Year's Eve, had some fun, stayed safe. And here we are, 2024. It's going to take me a couple weeks to remember to write that down. It was a fast year. So, but anyways, good to see everyone here. We got a few votes on the poll. Looks like 64% are going for this. 36 are not, at least for right now. It just popped up to 60%, 60-40, I mean. I don't think I'm going to go for today's drop. It's not that it's bad. I just don't know if it matters. It's not worth much. In fact, I had the IRL on this, and let's see here. The 9.8 is 160, and 9.6 is 80. I do believe I saw a 9.9. There is a 9.9 of this that went for a lot. But since most people have the 9.8s, I think that's what matters. So yeah, and I do have the Minty Fresh numbers, so I'll get those up. How does the mic sound, by the way? I don't know. I've got this stupid boom here. I don't really like it in the picture. So let me know if it sounds good, if you can hear me. Otherwise, I can move it a little bit closer. All right, let me get caught up here. I'm already slow here. G Money, good to see you. Is VeVe dead? Is the community shot heard around the world? No, I don't think we're dead. I think we're good. Good morning, G43. Good to see you. Be answering like it's a real question. Well, I think he might think it's dead, but yeah, it's not dead. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna go over the crafting of the desk, a little bit on the mighties. It's not too crazy. It's not too confusing. Of course, you can't buy out of the store anymore to get your pencils. The last snapshot on that was yesterday. And there's not an airdrop. It's you got to craft it, right? You got to take your pencils, and you can buy them in the market. So we'll be going over that. And so yeah, but is VeVe dead? All right, we got it. You can listen to Big A. VeVe seems like a small group of long-term people buying grails and blue chips. Everything else gets a flip or buy from people to complete collections. Day of drop, then just bleeds to death. Well, yeah, I mean, the good stuff is the good stuff, right? And just like the projects, the cream rises to the top, so do the collectibles. So we'll see what happens. I'm not too worried about what's going to happen. That's what he asked Paul Barron. That sparks so much drama. I got it. No, I understand that. But I do not think VeVe is dead. It's just slower right now. And hopefully we got some good things to come. The whole crafting thing is going to be interesting. But just real quick on the job, we got 6 minutes until you can join the waitlist. I don't think you're gonna have any issues joining the waitlist. I mean, this is actually a really cool cover, and so is that secret rare. So I assume these are gonna do okay. I couldn't tell you exactly. Maybe that's 70 to 100 gems. Of course, I've been wrong here. It could go down to 40. But I think it'll do actually a little bit better than some of the other secret rares that have been out there. It's just a good looking cover. So and it looks like in the poll we got 65% going for it, 35% no. The biggest bro, man. Happy New Year. Good to see you. Thank you for dropping by. Always good to have you. And if you aren't good, people, he's going to stick his 18-inch foot up your ass. So just remember that. Abdullah, good morning. Good to see you. Thank you for dropping by. Let's see. If you look at VeVe as a quick flip, you're in it for the wrong reason. Well, I don't think it really matters. You got to understand, people who flip actually help the market and help keep, I think, VeVe viable. So I don't want to totally, say the flippers are bad because you're not a collector at heart. They're the ones who got us in the big mess, but of course we were happy with it when we were making money. So we do need some of those flippers in here to move the market and move prices. So Jorge, good to see you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone. We can start fresh and hopefully good things happen to all of you. So on you can buy them on the market. They were just saying in the article, which I think was kind of confusing. Here, I'll share the screen here. I actually did a little a write-up, but it'll just be easier to show it on here. And Sugar Shane 420, good to see you, man. Thank you for dropping by. So basically what they were saying here, sorry if I look over to the left, it's just on a bigger screen here. The crafting, if you bought in the store, they were going to do the airdrops for the unsold ones. You had to do that already, so it doesn't matter. But if you look down here, crafting will be available from January 4th until February 1st at 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. Pencils purchased in the market, not the store, will also be eligible for crafting. So all 5 pencils will be burned. The crafting process, unredeemed animation desk collectibles will be burned. So these are the ones that you have to get. You can get all 5 pencils. You can buy them in the market. On the 4th at 10 a.m. Pacific time, you're going to be able to start crafting. Now, what's going to be interesting is I don't know if these craft in order. I don't know what's going to happen. So if it's like your first, you get in, there's 3,687. I do not believe all of those are going to be made, but a lot will be. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But just to reiterate, you can buy the pencils in the market to craft. They're very specific about that. Pencils purchased in the market will also be eligible. So if you were to buy one in the store, if they're even, I'm sure they're still available, you won't get dropped a pencil, but it's cheaper to buy the pencil in the market anyway. So keep that in mind. Let's see here. Jay saying never cashed out on any platform. People that wake up every day worrying about the value are going crazy. Well, if you're doing it as an investment, you put it in there, you look at it every 6 months, every year, maybe look at it every month, but basically just set it and forget it. I mean, it's a long-term play. If you're doing this as an investment, I would just be very careful and not to spend more than you can afford to lose, because this is high risk, but it could be high payoff too. So, and then the price predictions for the desk, I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat? I mean, that Wreck-It Ralph, of course, is the gatekeeper, right? So that limits how many can be made and how many people bought those and are going to mint and then just hoard those so people can't mint the desk. The problem is there's just too many. At 3,700, there aren't probably enough people to buy out the supply to make this like super valuable. Having said that, I mean, once we get to really see it, and maybe if we find out something special, or somebody's able to do something cool with it in the VeVe-verse or whatever, the value could go up. Man, I don't know. What do you guys think? It's going to be hard to figure this out. So, everyone wants to know the price. Okay, I think the desk will go under 100 gems. I definitely think it will go under 100 gems. But it could bump up at the beginning. There might be some excitement. Aldrodero, good to see you, man. 50 gems for the desk after a week. That's probably, it's probably going to go up and down that day. People are going to decide what the value is. You never know. It could go over 100 gems, but I think these predictions, 60 on the desk, I think those are, I think that's probably what it's going to be. Let's see, WD. That's funny. All right, Tucson does have the jokes. So let's see. 30 for desk is what it'll settle at. Comparing this to Miss Minutes and that. Maybe. I hope not. I hope it doesn't go that low. 74 when it sells down, will start at 95. So yeah, I think that's probably that 70 to 100 gems is probably where it's going to go. Obviously, the first person who lists is going to list it at 1,000, and then it's not going to sell. It's going to go down from there. By the way, seconds away from being able to join the wait list for the Spider-Man. Trying to go through all this stuff. So if you want to join, I don't think you're going to have to join, um, but you can if you want to. All right, I am going to just join it for shits and giggles just to have it, but I'm not really going to go for it. I don't think. Right now we're at 59% going for it, 41% are not. Get your votes in. It really helps everyone here decide whether we should go for it. Let everyone know what the risks are and what the people are feeling. Let's see. Do we think the price of pencils will pump? Well, it feels like they already did pump, and then they were coming down a little bit. So I'm just trying to see where Wreck-It Ralph is. That's so it's at 42. So Wreck-It Ralph, yeah, I mean, usually I'd be careful if you're going to buy at 42 right now. I mean, you could scoop them up and maybe they'll sell at 55. It's possible. I just feel like too many people are expecting that to happen, so they're not going to let it happen. As soon as that floor gets eaten up, people are going to just relist back down to like 42. But you might see a little pump. I mean, these got up to 60. I do not see that the pencils are gonna, if you had sold the pencils, you're probably better off. Now, on the other hand, maybe if you craft the desk, you'll get lucky and get a good mint, and that is probably what a lot of people are hoping for. So, yeah, I'm not sure what the hype on the desk is. We'll find out. I know Mo, my other half for Skin and Bones, he loved it. He wants it. Although I don't know if he ever purchased the last pencil he needed. At the end of the day, it won't be worth the craft cost. Yeah, I mean, we've learned it from all the crafting, and certainly this doesn't feel as exciting as some of those other drops. So we'll just have to see what's going to happen. But I'm going to craft it and then probably just hold on to it. It doesn't really matter. I'm not going to just dump it. So, yeah, I think if you've got the pencils, craft it. If you've got multiple pencils, I would craft one desk and get rid of the other pencils because they will be worth less minutes after the first crafting starts. Not financial advice, just looking at the market and what it usually does. That's what happens. So on today's comic, again, I was saying the real world value, man, I can't even talk, is 160 on 9.8, 80 on 9.6. And like I said, I did see a 9.9, I think went for like over 3,000. But this is this particular issue is from 1995. So that's why. In fact, let me get these minty fresh numbers up. I gotta go find it real quick. I'll get that up so we can take a quick look at those. Nothing too special. And hopefully it's not too messy. All right, so there we go. Here's all the minty fresh numbers. That 1995, that's the one you want to be looking for. That is the year of this comic. It did come out in 1992, the Spider-Man, the 2099. But this is issue 35, so it's down the road. 176 first mint, 7,500 is the last. I think 2099 will be a big mint. That's why I have the fire there. And of course, 1995. And then you can decide whether these other ones, regular Spider-Man FA, Amazing Spider-Man FA, Venom, you can decide which, people debate whether 1984 is the first appearance or 1988. There's other debates. So I put both of those in there, probably both worth getting. If you can get them at floor. So I will probably try to snipe some of those. So I'll leave those up for a second, and then we'll go back and talk desk and maybe talk a little bit of the Mighties, although they're not all out yet. So we have time on other streams to talk about that. Let's see, Tito. Wow, Steamboat Willie dump on OpenSea. I mean, look, you got people going in and manipulating the market. That's what this all is. We're all deciding what it's worth, and then we get scared if we own something, and then we undercut, and then it becomes worthless. It's a normal thing here. I'm gonna save my pencils. I got 2 sets, and maybe buy the desk in the market when it's really cheap. Yeah, you could do that too. It'll be interesting seeing the Wreck-It Ralph. Obviously, if a lot of people craft, that Wreck-It Ralph could be worth something if you have extra ones. To revamp crafting, how about use previous drop for random rarity crafting material that makes either a common or secret rare airdrop based on what material you get? I mean, that would make it interesting. I just don't think that they have the bandwidth right now to make things interesting, or VeVe doesn't. I didn't think today would be a big drop. So I don't know what, the crafting of the desk is big. I don't think, have they released anything yet today? We did get little information, I guess, just on this drop. So we don't really have too much coming up here. It'll be interesting to see if they pick up after the crafting. But anyways, here's the Minty Fresh numbers. I will put those back up. Take a snapshot of it real quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and put up the comic, and we can talk. We can even talk the Mighties and discuss how that's going to work. So I'm going to take that off and put this. Whoops, put this back up here. Sorry, guys, I'm a little slow this morning. Okay, we can go look at the Mighties and see that. So we do have the Mighties coming out on the 7th on Sunday. Pretty sure OG Vault will be streaming that. So yeah, you might want to check them out. And by the way, you've got 20 minutes to join the wait list if you want to get this comic on the drop. Although I think you're going to be able to get it on rebounds, and of course, I don't think you'll have any issues getting it in the store. All right, so we're getting Beast. Man, we're getting a lot of them. 2,600, 2,600, and they're 15 gems. I don't know how this market is going to take these 15 for these. And let's see, 2,200. I mean, this is just, wow, this is a lot. Even this at 900. So this is an interesting crafting event. So we only have 2 so far of the Mighty Marvels here. Obviously, the Falcon and the Scarlet Witch can be venomized. And on this one, Beast and Storm can be venomized. And then to be determined or to be announced here on the next 2 drops. So it's an interesting craft because you're going to have to get a symbiote crafting material. So you're going to have to buy that. And this is what you're going to need. So you can go Carnage path or Venom path. And then you're going to have to pay, get, the material you're going to have to buy. And I don't know if we have the price of that's going to be 15 gems, but then it's 50 gems to mint this, either the Carnage or the Venom. So you got to keep this in mind. This is pretty expensive. So I don't know how that's going to work. What do you guys think? Are you going to be going for, are you going to be doing this? Switching over to the Venomized. These do not get burned. The material does get burned, but your characters will not get burned to craft your Venom or Carnage. So keep that in mind too. So yeah. Here you go. The symbiote crafting material is 15 gems. So, and you can only use it for 1 crafting and you'll lose it. So if you want to do multiple craftings, you got to buy more crafting material. So yeah, keep that in mind. So who's going to do it? Let me know who's going for that. I have not bought stuff to actually go for it. Let's see. Tucson saying, I can't think of public domain story ever being bigger than this Mickey Mouse. Everyone's talking about it on Twitter. That is for sure. If you look at the activity tab on OS for Steamboat, all initial volume was wash trading exactly by 5 wallets, fake pumping it, very common OS, open C to get projects on trending tabs. So you got these big whales and they're doing whitewashing and stuff like that. So just be careful. There's a lot of manipulation in the market. So Big A is completely correct on that. So we'll see where things go on there. Kid, thank you for dropping by. Appreciate it. Tucson, let's see. Who would be dumb enough to pay more for an item that was protected last week and this week is public? An idiot. Well, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. The market on the Steamboat Willies, last time I checked, was about what it was. Of course, now they'll go down. So it's about 259. That's where it was. Seen it go to 200. And Elmo Jones is selling. So, he sees value in getting rid of some of his stuff. I don't own that. I'd like to get one at super cheap price. So, all right. So there's the crafting. Sorry for leaving that kind of screen up. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be going for this. There's a lot going on. We still have 2 more drops before we're going to even be able to craft Carnage or Venom. And so I don't know, but on Sunday we're going to have this drop. I just think this is way too many. The volume on these is too high. So it seemed like VeVe was learning how many to mint, and this is just a crazy amount. But maybe there's something. Maybe there is something coming out. Maybe they are going to gamify these or something like that. I just doubt it. I doubt it. All right, so let's get back to the comic, and then we can talk about this a little bit, and we can go back also talk a little bit of the crafting. If you want to join the waitlist, you've got about 15 minutes. I don't think you're going to have an issue getting this, so you can join or not join. It's not going to be a big deal. If you don't mind, hit that like button. I know probably a lot of people are out of town still. But happy new year to everyone. Hopefully again everyone had a fun time and didn't get too drunk. I did get a little drunk, not too bad though. So um and Tucson saying people VV knows people are coming back. And they may. I just think we also understand on the crafting that we've been burned almost every time. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I do think though it's a good opportunity to go, snipe the market and get some good mints, maybe do some flipping, and then let somebody else craft it, and then you can buy it from them with your flip money. This cover, by the way, I really do like this. So people might be picking these up in the market just for their collection. Hopefully, you can get them for cheap. I don't know. I assume these uh, common and uncommon are going to be under 250 easily. Not financial advice, and the rare is probably going to be under retail, uh, possibly. Most likely, will be under retail, and ultra rare and secret rare should be above retail. Uh, Easily, not financial advice. Alejandro, I was finally able to add Omi to my Omi wallet, trying to see what these bronze tickets are about. Yeah, so so I ended up forgetting about doing it, and I would have had to do it from 2 phones, and I'm like, "I'm not gonna do that. I wanna do it from a PC." So, I was not able to hit the deadline to get the OMI in my wallet. So you can get these bronze tickets and get this first, round of getting utility for, OMI in our VeVe wallets, but I had to switch it from layer 2 to layer 1 and all that. It was just too risky. Although I lost so much money on it, really doesn't matter. I have like 87,000 ohms, so it's not very much. But I think I paid like 580 for it, and it's worth like 60. So would have liked to have switched that over. So maybe I'll work on it this month, get it moved over. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to do that. All right, an Ace Rig Move. Thank you for dropping by. Trying to look at the secret rare, and yeah, I mean, just taking a look at what we've got going for it. Got 41 votes, so not too bad. 54% are going for it. 46 are not. So we got a little bit more than normal on a comic that isn't, huge. So maybe you do test your luck out, but I don't see the selling out. They have 7,500. Probably should have been 6,000. But again, at least Vivi is trying and making the mints a little bit lower for us. So I think that's a good thing. Um, but yeah, the secret rare would definitely be nice. I mean, I don't. I'm wondering if I would even snipe it at 40. At 40 gems, I probably would snipe this because it's pretty cool, and I think it would sell. I don't think you get stuck with it. Of course, not financial advice, and I do not think I'm going to go for this on the drop. I just think it's not worth it. I don't know if I'm going for anything this week. I don't know if I'm going to go for the mighties or any of that stuff. So let's see. Alejandro, at first it seemed complicated, but it wasn't that bad. My Collectibles and Chris Coffee had good videos explaining it. Yeah, thank you. And you should check those out. I know OG Vault did one for Bit4X. Anything for me with crypto is daunting. And I feel like, one move and I'm going to screw it up. So I didn't want to do it on mobile devices. I just thought that would be too risky. But yeah, it's probably not that bad. I just don't like moving anything around when it comes to crypto. And I don't even is the gas fees on that? How does that work, Alejandro? Was it bad? I don't know. C-Spill, good morning. Happy New Year. Thank you for dropping by. Everyone, thank you for dropping by. We've got about 12 minutes until the waitlist closes. Don't think you need to join it. If you like the comic, I think you're going to be able to get it. You can get it now. You can, like Alejandro likes to wait 10 minutes. Maybe you join the wait list and wait 5 or 10 minutes and then hit the buy button. He seems to have better luck with that. I don't know what Ronnie Lido does. I don't know if he's here this morning, but he seems to do real well too. So if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe if you want to. If you want to be informed of when I go live, I try to go live for all these drops. On the weekend, though, OG Vault does the drops. That's kind of our, unspoken rule. And he does still like doing the drops, and so I think he will be doing, like I said, I think he'll be doing the Mighty Marvels this weekend. So, but again, look at these mint numbers. This is just too many with all the crafting stuff. But again, they're looking at the big picture, and maybe they should. Maybe VV should not be worried about short-term pain and having enough of these in the stores for people to buy. So, but I would say I was looking at this. I was looking. So this is an FA Gambit. Obviously, we have them in the comics. Um, this might be the one to go for, so I might be in the market trying to snipe the Gambit. I think that might be the one in this set. Now that's just my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but and maybe a Beast, but I definitely think Gambit is going to be the one to go for. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know how much this is going to be. I mean, there's 2,200 of them, so I don't know if that's going to go over retail or just stay around retail if people want that. And so just real quick, back to the desk. Let me know in the chat if you're crafting the desk and what your play is on that. I'm gonna share that. Let's see, Big A. All in all was like 50 plus to move my Omi. That's all my shit's worth. I mean, I might just keep it in there. I don't know. It's just this is why I'm not the biggest fan of crypto because of all the fees and stuff like that. Hippie 2323, Happy New Year. Thank you for dropping by. Everyone, thank you for dropping by. Your local scalper, thank you for dropping by. Desk greater than Walt. There's actually less of these than the Walt statue. Um, I mean, I'm gonna have one. I might buy some in the store. I might buy one. I might. I don't know. I don't know. But just remember, you absolutely can buy these in the market. It says right here, crafting will be available from January 4th at 10 a.m. Pacific time to February 1st at 11:59 Pacific PM. Pacific time PM. Pencils purchased in the market will also be eligible for crafting. So if you got these on the drops, and you got the pencils, you can have those. But I would not buy these in the store. I would not go after the characters in the store to get the pencils. You won't be able to do that anymore. So you're gonna have to buy them in the market. But you can buy the pencils in the market, all 5 of them, which are right here: the Wreck-It Ralph, the Frozen, the Lion King, Neverland, and Aladdin. So if you get all 5 of those, you'll be able to craft it. I have a feeling though it's going to be way more to buy the pencils than it is to buy the desk. At least right, in the long run, it will be cheaper probably to buy the desk separately. So we'll see. Maybe even right away it won't be cheaper. But I'm still gonna mint it. Let's see here. Moment of silence in the chat for Raven. Good to see you. Let's see. I stack pencils early. I'll be crafting multiple desks. And are you going to be not crafting some to hoard a little bit? So let's see here. How many bronze tickets do we get for holding collectibles? Is there a point ticket ratio or something? You know what? I've not, other than knowing that you do, if somebody in the chat knows what that ratio to the bronze tickets that you get, I think that was debatable, but maybe somebody in here knows. I don't know. Jason Pena, good to see you. Thank you for dropping by. The dream endures that these mighties will come to life in a meaningful way in the VeVe-verse. I mean, if they do, that will be big, right? People are going to be happy about that. I was really hoping that we would get something interesting on this desk, but I'm not sure if we're going to get anything. Not into the desk here without further utility. Am I missing something? I don't think you are. On this one, guys and gals, go with your gut. Go with your gut. I'm going to mint it. I know I should just sell the pencils. But it didn't cost me. It's already a sunk cost. I already bought the stuff. I flipped enough, so I'm going to craft it. Maybe I get lucky and get a good mint, like 1923, 1928. I shouldn't be telling you all the mints I'm going to be looking for, but yes, there's some very good mints that I would be looking for. 1955, 1971, stuff like that. But yes, that's assuming. I mean, we don't know if the mints are going to be sequential. So first to mint gets 41. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work on here. But what I would say is do it right away. All right. And Sugar Shane 420. You're bored with the desk or me? I don't know. It's possible for either one, especially today. I'm kind of like dragging a little bit. All right. So we are about 5 minutes away from being able to not join the wait list. You're not going to be able to join the wait list. So if you want to get the comic today and you want to get it on the drop, right at 10 Central Time, you can join the wait list in the next 5 minutes. I don't think these are going to be worth that much. Real world value isn't that much. So we will see what these go for. But I do think the ultra rare is nice, and that secret rare should do pretty well. I think it will. Just because it's a kind of a neat cover and people are going to want to have it probably to show off. Yeah, 7,500. Not sure. Thank you for dropping by. Yeah. Let's see. Today is VeVe Discord mod payday, by the way. We'll see what they go. Let's go. Well, thank you for dropping by. I think the order will be random when you mint the dust. I agree. I think it is. We just don't know, right? Like I'm going to be there moment one to mint just in case. And of course, if you are fast enough, you know, maybe you will get something better. But don't forget, your pencils are going to get burned. So, but if you are going to sell your pencils, I'd be very careful playing this market to try to time it to get more money than people are giving right now. Because I don't know. The Wreck-It Ralph, the last time I checked, was at 42, and it's been up to 60. So if you do see a pump and you want to sell, I'd take it. But I think it's going to be trouble. I'm not even seeing them show up here. So be careful. If you wanted to sell those for gems, you better do it sooner than later, not financial advice. Let's see, here we go. We got Free in the house. Good to see you. Good morning. Happy New Year. Oh yeah, I forgot about this, Alejandro. A whole bunch of comics did get burned, and I retweeted it. I don't have the list. Let me see if I can find it. But I do remember that was there was a list of comics. I'm just going through my stuff real quick to see if I can find it. Probably not going to find it fast enough. But yeah, they did end up releasing or burning some comics. So that's a good thing. I'm glad they did that. I think that's going to be important to keep burning those because we got so many comics out there. I will try to find that. If not, I'll maybe next time I'll have it or I'll retweet it out. So thank you for reminding me, Alejandro. Let's see. Do two-digit pencil have any extra value? I mean, I like two digits. I think anything sub 100, at least I used to say back in the day that those were the ones to have, right? And even now we see the closer you are to mint one, those are the ones people want. I mean, if you got a pencil and you just got it on the drop and you can go buy another one and you want them at the desk, I'd probably keep the two digits. But in the long run, are they going to have a lot of value? I don't know. Maybe more on the Wreck-It Ralph than any of the other ones. Let's see. I have two sets of pencils on, just keeping them for the MCP points. Well, there you go. That's the other thing, and that's a good play, Grass. Everyone forgets that those pencils are secret rares. So if those don't, right now we've got, I've seen them get down to 10 gems for secret rare, right? Like that's unheard of. Well, these days it's heard of, right? We see cheaper comics, stuff like that. So if those were to go to 5 or something like that, I mean, I don't know. If you're playing the MCP point game, maybe you stack those. Not financial advice, but if you're playing that game, you could do that. This Tucson, this show is dead. ID dead. Yes. Well, you know what? You don't have to be here, or you can start saying more shit and make it more entertaining for us. So come on, Tucson, you can do it. How the hell are there 64 peeps here? I asked the same question any of the days. How did we have 116 people the other day? But I think on Big Drops, people want to listen to people and see what chat is talking about. Troy Carthy, good to see you, man. Thanks for dropping by. Joey, no one is here and making you watch it. That's exactly right. I agree. Yeah, but I do agree that it's probably boring. So sorry, everyone. If this was why, yeah, right, exactly. He likes hanging with me. We're like, we're frenemies, right? And something like that. Yeah, so there you go. He has nothing to say. Maybe you can cook us up a nice meal here, Tucson, and send it to us. Just hit level 56 last night. Congrats, man. I'm at like 31. I feel so far away from anything. Troy will be divorced. Is that your thing for everything? Like you're gonna be like, people are gonna be divorced because they make a comment against you? I don't know, it just seems a little weird. But Tucson, you make this show more entertaining. So that's why we love to hate you, love to hate, something like that. Yeah, so here we go on the comic. Again, not much real world value. I'll put the minty fresh numbers up as we get closer to the drop. But I don't think these are going to do that well. Maybe the ultra rare and the ultra rare and the secret rare should do okay. But just 7,500 was too many on this. But remember, the 176 is the first mint and 7,500 is the last mint. Probably should be looking for those. Let's see. Here we go. So Troy's got an awesome wife, and most of you will get divorced. That is the stats. Well, I could definitely tell you that is the stats for most people. More people get divorced than stay married. And I don't know if you took content creators, it's probably higher. So I know I drive my wife nuts doing all these streams. But thank you for dropping by. If you guys don't mind, hit that like button. I always appreciate it. I forgot to do this because I'm going to shill myself here. If you guys don't mind, I actually, I'm an Amazon influencer. I'm also an affiliate. So I do have this link here. This is just to their new Fire 11 tablet. But actually, if you click this, you don't have to buy the tablet. If you buy anything on Amazon today, um, on most items, I will get a small percentage of the purchase, and it will help support the channel. And I'm going to try to throw a good amount of that money back once it starts piling up. So if you don't mind, if you're going to go on Amazon, you buy stuff on Amazon, all you have to do is hit that link. I think it puts a cookie on your computer for 24 hours. So if you don't allow that stuff, it won't matter. But if you do, you want to help out the channel, that's a way to do it at no cost yourself. Otherwise, hit the like button, hit the dislike, subscribe. I always appreciate that too. So there's my shill. And Tucson laughs at people who get divorced. So you just like humankind suffering is what you're saying. Does that mean you're suffering? I don't know. Maybe you're suffering, so you like other people to suffer. Probably not a good place to be, Tucson. But go play some poker. Oh, that is my son calling me. He should know that I'm streaming, right? All right. It's already too late to join the wait list. We've got a few minutes here to actually buy the comic. I'm on the wait list. I'm not going to buy it, but it looks like we get the final number here. Not as many votes as normal. We got 58 votes, 45% yes, 55 no. So for a comic that's not that big, I think that's actually pretty good to see that. But if you're going to go for it, maybe you're going to go for the secret rare and get lucky. Maybe you pick it up in the market. Let's see here. Joey's definitely on his third marriage. Right? This is just salty. Maybe still a virgin. Well, he says he's married. I was thinking that maybe he was a virgin too. But he says he's married, and you know, the reality is actually I know a lot about Tucson, but I can't say it all here. I can't give all that my alpha up. Yeah, free that secret rare is definitely fire, and hopefully you get it. Are you gonna go for it? Are you gonna do it? By the way, man, I'm looking bloated and fat today. It's time for me to stop fucking eating. I need about a month, a little bit over a month, and then we'll have Super Bowl and I'll eat again. But man, I did not do well this holiday season. So okay, so you are gonna go for it. I think a lot of people will. You must not like your wife then if you're being like that. Yeah, I agree. And he might be, let's see. People have been very jealous of a lot of my girlfriends. Well, good for you. Then that is good. I'm happy. I don't want you to suffer. So people are jealous of your girlfriend. I guess that's a good thing. All right. We are going to be able to buy here in a second. So when you do, let me know what you got. I'm going to go ahead and put these minty fresh numbers up. And I guess then we'll figure out what we're going to talk about. Because, yeah, Tucson's right, actually. I feel like this is a super boring show today. Just because we don't have that many drops, there's not that, anything that's that exciting. So, yeah. But here are the minty fresh numbers. Go over them real quick. And there's other ones too. These are the ones I think are the most important. 176 first mint, 616 obviously 1901 is Walt's birthday, 1922 is Stan Lee's birthday, 23 is Disney's birthday, 1939 is Timely Comics, which is the first iteration of Marvel. 1962 is Spider-Man's first appearance, and AF-15. 1963 is the Amazing Spider-Man first one. Guess he's not getting, I can't talk to him. 1984 could potentially be the first appearance of Venom. People debate this. Or 1988. So I'd say both of those are good if you can get them at full price. This comic came out in 1995. That should be the one you should be trying to get. Got a few of the movies in there. And we've got the Venom movies. 2023, 2099 would be a good one to get, obviously. And then 7,500 as the last minute. So if you're looking, that is what I would be going for. I will probably be sniping the market and hopefully I can get one. SR, you are nice to price prediction. He's not getting that. I can't talk to him. Let's see. Joey seems like 1% that has been to Epstein Island with, oh God. I love being out on the street and having a job. Well, there you go. Happy New Year's. Dan K, good to see you. You'll be out there probably sniping the market. I'm sure. Hold on one second here. Let me see if I can. maybe text my son here real quick since he's not getting it or not. I can never do anything quick and he probably won't even get this. All right, you can now buy. So everyone, let me know what you got. Let me know if you got a secret rare. I'm curious how many people in here are actually going to get a secret rare. Uh, and then what that's going to go for. Of course, we got to wait 20 minutes until we're going to find that out. Hold on one second here. All right. And I'm going to just turn my phone down. Sorry about the interruption there. All right, so there's all the minty fresh numbers. I'll leave that up here. Those are what you should be going for. And then remember the crafting of the desk is on January 4th. So we got a couple days. And you can buy the pencils in the market. And I can look. Let me go look and see if I can get the prices. I don't think it's going to be worth going for the pencils. I think you're better off just buying the desk in the market at some point. Probably will be a little high at first. But yeah, that's probably the best play. The Wreck-It Ralph pencil is at $42.69 right now. So I mean, it's going to be expensive. Tinkerbell is $16.50. I mean, so you can see how expensive this is going to get to do it. $15.69 for the Lion King, Frozen $17.69, and Aladdin's $18.50. So I mean, there you go. Maybe I should be selling my pencils. Your best play is probably to sell the pencils and buy the desk. But if you don't need the gems, maybe just have fun minting it off the market. I don't know if that's going to mean anything, but potentially maybe you'll get it will be sequential and you'll get the first mint if you're first. Although we don't know that. I don't know that for sure. Let's see. VeVe-Zilla got the rare. Congrats. Did you get a good mint at least? Maybe. Mint 62.61. All right. Well, you got the 62 in there. It's too bad it wasn't 62.63. I don't think it's going to necessarily have any extra value. But who knows? Maybe it will. Obviously 1962, 61. I don't think anyone really cares about that date as far as this is concerned. Granddaddy Crypto, good seeing you. Selling SR pencils loses you 30 MCP. Well, and that is, that's the play that I think potentially should be what most people do is grab some of these when they go down to $5. I mean, if we're at 15, they were at 10 before the drop, and there's going to be a lot of them. Maybe you can pick up some for 5 or 6 gems, and now you've got a bunch of secret rares at the best price you'll probably ever see. So I don't know. Keep that in mind. Doctor Strange is in the house. Happy New Year, man. I hope you're doing okay. Good to see you. Guys should be checking out Doctor Strange. He covers most of the comics and tells you if you should get them or not. And he has some other content out there, so you should definitely check him out. He's also an ambassador as Mo and I to Cryptoys, so you should check him out. And if you need some Cryptoys, obviously I have a link, but Dr. Strange also has a link. You can always go to his Twitter account or his webpage, and you can get a link to his Cryptoys ambassador code. So, or it's actually just a link, affiliate link. So good to see you, Doctor. Thanks for dropping by. Crafting pencils cost you 24 MCP. So there you go. Well, I feel like, again, your best bet is probably sell the pencils and get the desk. I'm not doing that. I'm just going to burn them and get my desk and see what happens. Comment 3050. I know it's, we know that normally happens. Anyone buying the comic on Thursday, we can do a poll on that later. SR, congrats, man. Let's go. It sucks that we have to wait for this market to open up because I'd love to see the prices and I'd love to actually snipe the market. By the way, if you are here to snipe or to learn, got the Minty Fresh numbers on your device. Let's see here. I've got a tablet. The first thing I would do is go into your VeVe, go into settings, go to where it says profile in the bottom right corner, go to settings, go to my files. See, I've got 21 megabytes, nothing huge, and remove all your downloaded files. That will make it a little faster. Turn off everything in the background that you can. Don't leave your Bluetooth on. Even if you can turn off your service location, stuff like that. Anything you got going in the background can slow you down, and you want to have low ping, so that will help. You can clear the cache on your device. The less you have going on, if you don't have a lot of videos and photos, if that's taking up more than 50% of your space, you might want to get rid of some of those because that will slow you down also. So keep that in mind. Yes, congrats on Anyone who is able to get the secret rare, not maybe the common for free. Uh who else? Again, it doesn't look like that many people are actually going for this. 42% said yes, so that really came down, and 58% said no. So I don't know. That's a rough one. But everyone, thank you for dropping by. Happy New Year. We definitely we went over the desk, we went over the crafting. I'm gonna leave the minty fresh numbers up so you guys can copy them or get ready if you want to snipe the market. Just the other thing, let me see if I have my stylus here. I don't know. I like to use the stylus when I'm sniping, just like this to tap. So you might want to consider getting a stylus, one that you like. I like the ones with the it's like a felt tip at the end. And you can get it real quick on the buy, just like that. It seems to work well for me. So you might want to consider that if you are just starting out to snipe, to get some practice. But I feel like when I added that, it upped my game. So La Potato, good to see you. Common gain. Yeah, we know that's gonna happen. Most people are gonna get commons, right? Yeah, so we'll have to see. Let's see. Monos is on Epstein's list for sure. I don't know about that. Let's see. Let's see. Granddaddy Crypto got the uncommon 3-digit. So, if you like it, keep it. Otherwise, you might want to flip it fast. Not financial advice if you need the gems. Finally, I finally jumped over the 3,000, almost 3,100. I was able to sell a few things, and of course, I got the two Coca-Cola secret rare machines. Still have one and sold the other. So and Shelby Cobra kept hers, so it didn't sell. So hopefully, if you got those, maybe you got rid of them. I think if you do keep them, I know OG Vault was saying he thinks they're going to go up to 500. I don't know, but I do think that it's possible. It's possible that they might do well. So let's see here. If you guys don't mind, hit that like button. We're almost at 25. Did we pass it? Maybe we're past it. We're almost at 25. You can hit that like button. I appreciate it. Let's see. Joey says junk. Let's see. The Silas is a game. Yes, I agree. It definitely helps. And Tucson. Yeah, but Tucson, you've been doing okay. You've gotten some good stuff recently. You've gotten some good stuff. So, that's why I didn't go for today, because I know that they were going to give me not only probably the uncommon, which will be worth the least, they'll give me the worst mint that has no value. So don't forget, I'm not going to pull it up again. I'm going to leave these minty fresh numbers up on the desk here. I'm just going to move this over here. So I'm looking forward. January 4th, we're going to be able to start minting through February 1st. Any desks that aren't crafted will be burned. The total is 3,687. Number 41 is the first mint. Now you absolutely can buy these on the market. They make it very clear you can buy these in the market. So you did not have to get the airdrop pencils. You can buy the pencils in the market, and you can, burn them to make the desk if you want. So if that's going to be your play, go buy the pencils. Maybe the price stays inflated until February. It's a smart play for VeVe to do that, because it's going to leave the prices up a little bit. So as we get close to February 1st, maybe they pump again the pencils. So keep an eye on that. But after February 1st, I can't see those pencils being worth that much right now. But in the future, I absolutely do, because they might be the cheapest secret rares you can buy in the market. At least right now, it seems like that's what they are, the cheapest ones. And if you're playing the MCP game, that would be good. So let's see. What did you get? You skipped. Congratulations. It's like the lottery. You're like, I have as much chance as you if you play the lottery, even though I didn't buy a ticket. Sugar chain. Yes. Happy New Year's. I didn't make the wait list. Well, if you didn't make the wait list, you're going to be able to buy this in the market, or you'll be able to get the rebound. And on the rebounds, if you go to I mean, I can buy mine now, but if you go to the page, it will say, you'll see pool, and you'll see where it says, well, I have buy now there, but you're going to want to, at 15 after, start going between both to hit the buy button, and then use your other finger to hit the second buy button. But I don't think you're going to have any issues on rebounds. Just leave it on the page. That buy button will pop up at 15 after, and you'll be able to buy this comic. And again, there's the minty fresh numbers. That 1995 should be pretty big, because that's the year this came out. And the 176. Be careful with those super low. 176 is the first available mint. As you get higher up, even by 177, 178, the value exponentially goes down. So don't think because you've got 177 that that's anywhere worth the value of 176. It's not. So if you get it, flip it fast is my non-financial advice. Let's see, three SR Coke machines and BE household last drop. He's getting commons and uncommons the rest of the year, statistically speaking. It's true, except what you're forgetting is Shelby Cobra somehow always gets secret rares. This just was a fluke. I don't know. This is a fluke, absolutely, for me. So yeah, but this definitely would have been the one to get the secret rare on. Let's see. So remember on the pencils, in fact, I was in the market again. The Wreck-It Ralph is the gatekeeper. So right now at 42, 43, Tinkerbell 16, I mean 53, 60. See, 75, interesting what this would cost. 75, 85, 92. I mean, this is crazy. 110, about 110 if you buy all the pencils to craft the desk. I don't think it's going to be worth that much. I mean, it hasn't been proven in the market that anything has been worth that much. And look at Thanos. If you look at the Thanos, which I actually own the Warrior, I don't think there's that many. Although, of course, that's still worth some money. The Philosopher, though, which was minted, is worth 39 on the Philosopher Thanos, and there were 3,800. So pretty close, right? And there's 3,192 in circulation, 608 were burned. So there you go. I mean, that might be a good thing to look at for value in the long run. So the Thanos Philosopher, which some might say is better, some might say it's not. So I don't know. Be careful on that. If you're going to buy the pencils to mint the desk, you might be better off just buying it in the market. Yeah. No, you're right. These moderns just don't have much value right now because everyone knew to collect them. I can't buy. It's telling me the last edition of this comic was reserved. Please try. Really? And you had Legis, did you have the buy button? So you're on the wait list and you can buy because I can still buy. Oh yeah, mine says it too. I'm hitting the buy button. Last edition of this comic was reserved. Please try again. So I'd be absolutely blown away if this sold out. There's no effing way. So what I would do is at 15 after, try again. But yeah, I'm getting the same thing. I get the same thing there. If I hit my buy button, is anyone else having that issue? If you didn't buy it and join the wait list, are you able to buy, or does it say last issue reserve? I'd be careful to use that as I'm going to get a bunch of these rebounds. I cannot imagine this sold out. Gray Hulk wrecked me. Yeah, I mean, all these craftings. I think I paid $420 for the Warrior Thanos. That wrecked me. I just bought one uncommon. Yeah, well, and you did it at 12 after. So I don't know. I'm going to back out. Let me back out, Legis, and see if that helps. Nope. I'm still getting last edition of this comic was reserved. So I'm assuming that in 2 minutes you'll be able to buy it. If not, maybe there's another issue. Let's see. Jamie Hunsaker, thank you for coming by. Okay, so you have the same issue, Raven. I still have 1 minute to buy. Are you having the issue if you try to buy it, though? If you hit the buy button, it will say, will it let you purchase, or say last edition of this comic was reserved? Because that's what mine is saying. I backed out, closed the app, same error. I did back out, but I didn't close the app. So keep that in mind. You may not be able to buy right now if you're on the list. So you'll be able to get it here in about a minute, I think, on the rebound. I will be blown away if this sold out. There's just no way. No way this sold out. There's just no way. Didn't happen. Let's see. Buy button works, but not doing it. Okay, so you can do it. So some people can't. Interesting. Anyone else who can't buy even though they're on the wait list? Because that is my issue here. But we got about a minute here. I'm still showing the buy button. Should have gone away, actually, which is weird. The last minute it should be gone. It's still on here. All right. I don't know. Maybe we're having issues. Maybe we are having issues here. So I'm getting the same thing. This should have taken my buy button away the last minute before rebounds, and it's still on there. So I don't know. I'm going to close my app. Let me close my app and go back in and see if that works. Anyone else still having this issue? My button works, but I'm not buying. Yeah, I mean, probably a smart play. Because I'm not buying either. We don't need more trouble. Yeah, there's the buy button. Won't let me buy. So here we go. I'll try it at 15 after just to see if it lets me do it. Let me know, Ledges and Jamie, if you're able to buy. Okay, so I can buy now. I'm sure there's plenty. All right, you should be able to buy now. If you had issues, at least I did, and I can buy now. So hopefully you can buy. And of course, now we've got a few minutes, 5 minutes until the drop. I'm going to try to snipe a little bit. Just real quick, we can go over. Let's go over the mighties. Uh, just real quick, I am going to leave the minty fresh numbers. Just remember, we have two more mighty drops. So you have plenty of time. It's so high. The mint sizes are very high. You have 2,600, 2,600, 2,200. I do think Gambit might be the one to go for, at least in my opinion. It's the first appearance. But you're going to be able to go down two different paths, right? You can either craft the Carnage or the Venom path. To Venom, you got to Venomize Falcon and Scarlet Witch and Beast and Storm to get Carnage, and then to do the Venom path, they have not announced what that's going to be. So keep that in mind. You are going to have to buy symbiote crafting material, which is 15 gems, and you need one for each crafting. You do not lose your character. You do not your mighty does not get burned in this. So keep that in mind. But then it's $50 to go do the Venom or Carnage final. So that is going to be an expensive craft, which maybe that will make it more valuable. I don't know. Maybe that will add value. All right, let's see here. Let me buy at 15. All right, my buy button works, but yeah, you're not buying. We already knew that. Uninstalled, add, reinstalled, able to buy now. Okay, there you go. Carnage, I like. See, I feel like you got the rare. Congrats. And thank you for dropping by. Yeah, I think both of those are cool. I'll probably just buy them on the market. Maybe I'll go on there and try to snipe some, maybe flip a little bit, and then get myself a free one to keep for my collection. That's what I try to do. Although I've not been doing that well these days. We got about 3 minutes until we can start flipping the market or buying, whatever you want to do. If you guys don't mind, hit that like button. We're 4 away from 30. Thank you for coming here. Happy New Year. I know this is not the biggest drop. Probably a lot of people still on vacation, but we had a decent turnout here. So I always appreciate you guys and gals coming and hanging out with me. Sorry if this was a little dry today. Just not much going on VeVe. I'm happy that they have less drops. If this was what it looks like, it's going to take a little getting used to, but I think 3 a week is a pretty good amount. I can handle Tuesdays, Thursdays, and one collectible drop. That would make me happy. Plus, we're going to get such a saturated market if they just keep doing them, 4 or 5 times a week. It's this market just can't handle that. All right. We've got just a few minutes until the market's going to open up. So I'm going to get ready here. Again, if you're going to be flipping the market or, trying to snipe, make sure, if you don't need your Bluetooth, turn your Bluetooth off. Anything in the background you got going on, close it. All sorts of stuff. If you have a lot of pictures and videos on your device, and it's over like 50% of your device's memory, start getting rid of some of that. That will get you lower ping. And yeah, so let's see what we got going on here. About a minute and a half, and we'll be able to snipe the market. I'll let you know the prices, and I will try to grab one of these minty fresh numbers. I'm going to stay in common. It's the hardest one to snipe, but sometimes you can get lucky. If you're on uncommon, maybe that 176 pops up and you can grab it and sell it like KCBMW did the other day. He's been killing it, by the way. He's been getting a lot of stuff. Kobe, happy Tuesday. Good to see you, man. Happy New Year. Hope you're doing well. We're all going to have a great 2024. I feel like the space is going to hopefully fly up a little bit. Hopefully those interest rates will come down and people will start spending some money. And maybe they'll be looking at crypto and digital collectibles. So, but if you guys don't know Kobe collects already, he does a lot of HRO stuff. He does Pokemon. That's his passion. And you can check out his channel, just Kobe Collects on YouTube, KobeCollects.com. You can buy stuff from him. He does shows where he does opens packs and pulls for you, and then he sends it to you. So and he goes for some of the expensive stuff. So you can buy into like a very expensive box with other people, and maybe you get lucky and hit that $5,000 card everyone's looking for. So thanks for dropping by, Kobe. Good to see you. By the way, everyone, again, I'm going to put this in here and we can snipe the market now. So let's get this in here. I'm going to put this in here, though. It's not quite up. It'll be here in a second. If you don't mind, I did put up my Amazon affiliate link. If you are going to buy anything on Amazon today, you can just click it. Even if you're not buying, I just have the Amazon tablet, the new tablet. If you click that link, it puts a cookie on your device for like 24 hours. So anything you buy, I can get. All right. We are on the market. We are 250 on the common. I want to get snipey. 269 uncommon, 880 on the rare, 30 on the ultra rare, and there is one secret rare that is at 699. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and snipe the common. Remember, 7,500 is the last mint, 176 is the first. All right, here we go. Let's see if I can get something. Good luck, everyone, if you're going to try to snipe. We already have 782 at 6 gems, so be careful if you're trying to get those 2 digits. You want to be very careful what you spend. 1956 for 220. I mean, these probably will go under 2 gems. I'm thinking for at least for a second. It could be even faster than that. 1903 for 100. Nope, not going to do that. Let's see here. Oh yeah, no problem. Cookie that Amazon. Oh yeah, definitely. I appreciate it if you do, because it doesn't matter what you buy. Pretty much, I'll get a little bit. It doesn't cost you guys anything, and I'll help the channel out. And then if it starts making some decent money in there at some point, I will start giving back to the channel, doing prizes and stuff like that. So it's in everyone's interest to do that. All right. So nothing good coming up. 74.86. Normally now on the last mints, I'm looking for the last 10 at floor. If you can get those, you could probably flip them. Not many good mints are coming up, so let's see what happens here. Yeah, there's like nothing. We're already at 2 gems, $5 for 514. So yeah, you're gonna want to, if you get a 3-digit, you're gonna want to get it at floor, just to ensure that you can actually sell it. Now we just got under 2 gems. Let me look at that secret rare. Oh, come on, there's got to be more secret rares available. So 8 secret rares were at 125. So I kind of had a feeling that might happen. It's gonna be less on the market, but I do think it's not going to stay that high. Although I could be wrong. People might really want it, but I'm not going to pay that much for it. Although I like it. Probably could just wait a few days or a week and it'll be less money. Let's see here. So let's just keep those minty fresh numbers up there. Let me know if somebody actually grabs one. I'm always curious. 80 final, we got 80 votes, 41% going for the drop, 59% said no. So all right, let's see if I can get something. Yeah, again, let me know if you get something a good buy here. If you snipe something off the market. There's $1.80. I feel like $1.70. I like $1.60 or less. Then if it does stay below 2, you can usually get rid of it for cheap. There's 1830. That's nothing. 280. Not seeing anything good. This is definitely not a W. If you went for this, 187 for 50. I don't think that's good. I'm not even sure if 176 would be worth 50. I'd probably buy it just out of like reflex. But yeah, that may not be such a good choice. So we're sitting around 2 gems right now on the common. Could go a little lower. Might go up if it doesn't sell much. I'll check here in a second to see how many have sold. There's 1616 for 7 because it's got the 616 in it. All right. I mean, there's already over 2,600 have sold. That blows my mind. That's more than I thought would sell. So people are buying. I don't think it's gonna sell out, but people might be chasing that secret rare, which is very possible. Still looks like $1.98 is at the floor. There's rewind 2001. Don't forget you're looking for that. He has 2098. He was ready. He got that. I need the 2099 if you can find that. That should be a good snipe, although I don't think I'd get it. Too many of you snipers out there are faster. Plus, I don't have my good setup now. I can't stream and snipe as effectively as I used to. And you also like there's all those other mints, the birthday years, 420. There are people that buy those. So keep that in mind. 74, I mean, 74.74 for near the last minute isn't too terrible, but I'm not going to get it. I'm surprised it hasn't been picked up. There we go. Yeah, these aren't selling very well. Anyone get anything good out there? Any secret rares? I think we had one secret rare in the chat. All right, here we go. We're down to $1.80. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna have much to snipe today. Well, that sucks. $4.39. I'll buy that. Oh, I'm not gonna get that, am I? You fuckers out there. It was $4.39 for 350. Probably a good buy. Who got that? Was that you, KCBMW? First drop of 2024, so that would be a sweet mint. Yeah. There was $1.50. I'm not going to get that. That would have been a good snipe. Hopefully one of you got it. I mean, so this is the thing. There are always, good stuff that pops up. No, that's not good. I think I've missed. We're down to $1.75. So I say $1.60, $1.50, probably a good pickup, $1.75. I don't know. If it's going that low now, it could stay there. Although at 2 gems, you'll make a tiny profit. Is it worth the risk, though? 540 for 752. So yeah, these 3 digits aren't going to get very much. So people aren't going to put their money on this stuff when they can go get some older stuff. Nothing. Not getting anything. The other thing you might want to click into, if you're refreshing the page a lot, you're going to want to probably click into the one of them, because it seems like if you don't do that, it won't refresh properly. There's $1.80. Nope. Nothing good. All right. Anyone get anything good? Ronnie Lido, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year. I hope you're excited. I hope you got some good projects that you're working on, some paintings. You're still doing stuff in the VeVe Discord, because he does a lot of his painting stuff in there, and you can watch it, and it's like ASMR painting. You watch him and listen. It's pretty cool. All right, still not seeing any good mints. The ones I saw, I didn't get. But I don't think any of you in here got them, so. Yeah, there's not much coming up. All right, I don't even know what to talk about, because we are pretty much on a not great drop here. But I will pull this. I'm going to go ahead. I was going to pull the Minty Fresh numbers down. Let's see. What did he say this? I'll for sure have more sessions this year. Yeah, just let us know, or let me know. You can always tag me and I'll retweet it out. Not that I have any power to get many people to watch your stuff, but I will try. But yeah, definitely, if you guys like to watch people paint, it's actually very interesting. So we are down to $5.99 for 74.86. He probably got that for 2 gems. $5 for 678. I mean, there's just definitely not going to make much on this drop. If you get one of these Minty Fresh numbers, though, you could get lucky. Got to get back into the groove of things. Yeah, I know too. I got a lot that I got to start doing more on my end, especially this Amazon crap. There's just nothing. Looks like $1.90. I'm gonna do a couple more refreshes here. $1.85. All right, so let me get you some numbers here. Common at $1.85, then goes to $1.98. $2.20 on the uncommon. So there you go. That's worth more. $7.19 on the rare. $16.99 on the ultra rare, and the secret rare is at 90. Is there any good mints in there? So no. And total sold, we've got there's 4,700 remaining. So I mean, that's actually way more than I thought would sell. So I guess that's good. But there's just nothing to flip. If you can get these though for probably under $1.70, you might be able to flip them quick later. There's 2019 for 100, not a bargain. I'm just not seeing anything. There's 1039 for 275. If you collect that, that is the month and year for Timely Comics. It's actually not a bad price at 275, but I'm not going to get it. I'll let one of you do it. Probably won't be able to flip it right now, but you might be able to later. It's still just sitting there. I'm surprised. I almost want to grab it just because nobody's grabbing it. Who's going to grab it? Did somebody get it? No, it's still there. I guess see nobody's buying. 690. Yeah, there's nothing. It's just nothing good here, guys and gals. All right, I'm gonna take these minty fresh numbers off. Did everyone get them? Take a screenshot. I'll go over the desk one more time, and then maybe I'm gonna get out of here because I don't know. This has got to be pretty boring. I don't know what else we can discuss. By the way, I've been talking to Big A about maybe doing muzzle run, which is like a dog racing thing. It's something that we could do in chat. You can buy them with Matic. They're very cheap, but I'm hoping I can get some maybe for free or get some that can be given away. And it's maybe something we could do in chat while we're, hanging out before drop. And, maybe even Mo will come on and do those. I don't know. I got to talk to him about it. But yeah, if you think that would be interesting, let me know. Could be fun, something to do, especially if we can get some free dogs and you have a chance. There's free races you can win Matic on. So I don't know, maybe some of you would be interested. Again, I don't love the crypto side of all this, but I might do it if it would be entertaining for everyone. All right, so let me pull this off here, and then I'm going to put the desk on. We'll go ahead and look at the desk here real quick. Do one last talk about that, and we can go from there. Let's see. I know you've probably gone over this 100 times, but can you please go over the process of everything I need for Carnage? I haven't gone through the article closely yet. Yeah, for sure. I was going to do this. So you certainly have more time. Like we don't even know. So right now, I got to share it so you can see. So we still have more Mighties. We've got this week coming out. So the Mighties, these are the ones that we have, right? Like we already had the Falcon and Scarlet Witch. You got to venomize those. And then Beast and Storm is going to be this weekend. We still have 2 more villains that they haven't announced, right? So in order to do the Carnage path, you're going to have what you need on, by Sunday, you'll be able to get everything you need. To do Carnage, you're going to need to venomize Scarlet, Witch, and Beast. And I'm sorry, you got to do Falcon and Scarlet, and also Beast and Storm. And you got to buy the crafting material, which is 15 gems to be able to do it. So you'll take those, you'll have to get the crafting whatever it is material. I don't know if it's going to be some gem or something. You have to buy that, and it can be used once. You don't lose the characters though. But to do Venom, you're going to need what hasn't been announced. So by Sunday, you can get all of these that you need to be able to do the go down the Carnage path. But we still have to wait. We don't have, since these other ones haven't been announced, we don't have an exact date of when this is going to happen. But I do think on this drop, I'm looking forward to Gambit. But obviously, people are going to want to get Beast for the crafting. And what was the there's just so much with all this crafting. There's so much to know. Beast and Storm. So those are the ones you can see right there. You just have to get these first 2 to be able to craft Carnage. It's super confusing. You're not burning anything but the crafting material, and you can only use the crafting material once. You can see all there. You can see the progress. So I don't know if that's going to be worth just buying in the market. Maybe it's something you buy in the market. Maybe not. It's going to be expensive though, because it's $50. Once you have all the Mighties and you venomize them, then you got to pay 50 to go ahead and craft Carnage. So it's quite expensive. So that's going to be interesting to see how that works. So hopefully, does that help, Troy? Or did I confuse you even more? I might have confused. Let me know, and I can go back over it. And then on the desk, that is going to start on January 4th. And again, most people think it's not going to be an issue if you meant first, that it's going to be sequential. But I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get in right away and craft the desk. There are 3,687. You have until February 1st, and I think February 1st, 11:59 p.m. Pacific time. And at that time, if all the desks haven't been minted, they're going to burn any that would be remaining out of that number. You absolutely can buy in the market. You can buy the pencils to craft. There's not a problem buying the pencils in the market to craft. So just remember that it's not like these last drops where you had to get it on the drop in order to. You do not. And there's no airdrop for the people who did get it on the drop, you're still going to have to craft it. You're going to have to burn your pencils to get the desk, but there's no fee as far as I've seen, no fee for that. Let's see. The link not appear here in chat. Which link? I don't know which link you're talking about. Let me know. Too many editions doesn't feel worth it. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of editions. The item to venomize seems like the play. Yeah, it might be. We don't know how many are going to be though. If it's like the stones where they had a ton of them, you know, maybe that's the play. But at 15 gems, I don't know how many are there. Is it just the amount of desks? Is it, I'm sorry, not on the desk. Is it just the amount of the lowest character? Is it going to be less? I don't know. Are people going to hoard those? So all the mighties can't be minted. I don't know. And then of course we have the desk. So lots of stuff to deal with on crafting. But the desk is the first thing. We got a few days. I'm going to mint it. You're probably better off selling the pencils if you want, of course, then maybe buying them back up after they drop after February 1st, because they're secret rares and you got a lot of MCP points. So keep that in mind too. Oh, about the image, right? Okay, so there is a link. You're right. Is it not working? There was a link, I thought. Yeah. All right, here you go. I don't know if this makes it any easier, but here you go. This is what I'll do right here. Here's the link for the crafting process. That's the link for the crafting process for the mighty. So this is, I don't know if this makes it, it's really basically the same thing. So, but if you want the link, you can have that. There it is. You can figure out how to do the crafting. I'll have more stuff up on Thursday's drop to kind of go over this. And of course, we'll be able to do the desks that day. I think that's about it. Does anyone have any more questions? This is just going to be boring if I keep going and there's not many mints coming on the market. Anyone have any other questions? That doesn't mean you don't mean how it works. Okay. Well, hopefully that helps. If you don't know, we'll go over it again before it happens anyways. Link, does it not appear? It appears for me if I do it. I just opened up the link and no issues. So hopefully that works for you. If not, on Twitter, they'll have their links and other people are putting out videos on how to do this. So you should check those out. All right, everyone. I guess I'm going to stop here. It's really no need to go on any longer. There's not much to do here, and this wasn't a big drop, but I do appreciate everyone coming by. Happy New Year. I appreciate it. Thanks for hitting the like button. If you guys you want to help the channel, you can always go and click my link above my Amazon link. Again, that just puts a cookie out there, and most likely I get commission on whatever you buy. So that helps me out. And again, I'm going to get back to the channel once we get that going, and it doesn't cost you anything. If you're already going to Amazon to buy, you can do it. If you're not in this country, I don't know if that works, but hit the like button. I appreciate that, or subscribe if you want to. Everyone, have a good day. I will be back on Thursday, and then I do believe OG Vault will be streaming the Mighties on Sunday, so he will probably do a better job going over the whole crafting process, but I'll go over it again on Thursday. Maybe I'll put something together that will be a little bit more easy to understand than what they have, and we'll go from there. So thank you for dropping by. I appreciate it. Everyone have a good day, and until next time, peace.